In football, all footballers who have left their mark on their era have a glorious nickname. Franz Beckenbauer, the icon of Bayern Munich and West Germany, is no exception. In his early years as a professional, he acquired the brilliant nickname of Emperor, Kaiser Franz, Der Kaiser, the Kaiser. The least we can say is that the German has not stolen it. In a career spanning 20 years, he has revolutionized the position of sweeper, transformed Bayern Munich, piled up the goals, lifted cups in spades, and won the most important international competitions, both for club and country. He also won 2 Golden Balls and put New York on the map of international football. And his post-career is just as rich and exciting. Here is a look back at the exceptional career of the Emperor of Football. Subscribe to Megafoot, the best of football in video. Franz Beckenbauer was born in 1945 in Munich, a few months after the end of World War II. Despite his difficult and modest living conditions, little Franz enjoyed a happy childhood, thanks in part to his burgeoning love of football. The gifted youngster soon joined the club closest to his home, SC 1906 Munich. A few years later, in 1958 to be precise, he refused at the last minute to join what was then one of the most famous teams in Germany, TSV Munich 1860. The reason? He had been assaulted by one of the club's players during a youth tournament. Eventually, the young Franz decided to join one of the less fashionable clubs in West Germany, Bayern Munich. His first season in the Bundesliga came in 1964, when he played as a winger. His outstanding performances on the flank played a key role in helping the club win its first title, the German Cup. The following year, when he was still unknown to the general public, he wore the German national team shirt for the first time. A few months later, at the age of 20, he was called up to play in the 1966 World Cup in England. It was during this competition that he revealed himself to the world. He scored 2 goals in the group stage, one against Uruguay in the quarterfinals and another in the semifinals against the USSR and its legendary goalkeeper Lev Yashin. In the final, against the hosts and the English Ogre, he was asked to watch Bobby Charlton. The two men played a tough match that would ultimately see England crowned champions. Back at the club, Kaiser Franz was given the captain's armband as proof of his new status. In 1967 and 68, he lifted his first European trophy with Bayern, the Cup of Cups. The following year, he won his first German championship, a success that soon led to many others. At 24, Der Kaiser already had all the makings of a great player. He doesn't know it yet, but he is about to become the best. With his West German national team, he played in 3 World Cups. After the 1966 World Cup in England, in the 1970 World Cup in Mexico, West Germany beat England 3-2 in the quarterfinals after being down 2-0. In the semifinal, West Germany pushed the Azzurri into extra time. Kaiser Franz ended the match injured, with his arm in a sling, and could not prevent his team's defeat. The Munich man was given the captain's armband after the match, and immediately everything was better. West Germany won the 1972 European Cup against the USSR. The Emperor's thirst for victory did not stop there. 2 years later, on home soil, he lifted the World Cup against Johan Cruyff's Netherlands and his total football. This was despite a surprise but seminal defeat to East Germany in the group stage. World champion, the Kaiser finally achieved the Holy Grail and further extended the dominance of German football. He became the first German to reach the symbolic milestone of 100 international matches until his retirement in 1977. He won a total of 103 caps. These successes with the national team were possible because the Emperor had already practiced his skills with the club. Indeed, with Bayern Munich, the first defender in history to be awarded the Ballon d'Or, has won 3 consecutive Bundesligas between 1974 and 1976. He also won 3 European Champions Cups in a row and won a second Golden Ball. Beckenbauer put Bayern Munich at the center of European and world football. And to think that when he arrived, Bayern was only a second-rate club in Munich. The rise was phenomenal and the success total. Unfortunately, his year of 1977 was marked by injuries. And against all odds, after almost 20 years of loyal service, he announced his departure from the club. While every club in Europe dreamed of getting him back, he surprised everyone by deciding to take on a new challenge by signing for an American club, the New York Cosmos. The club's child departure will leave its mark. In New York, he secured a comfortable salary, the lifestyle of a pasha, and an illustrious partner in King Pele. The King and the Emperor coexisted well, as together they won the North American Soccer League Championship 3 times in a row. Not to be outdone, in 1980, at the age of 35, he offered himself a last European adventure in Germany, in the colors of HSV Hamburg. In 2 seasons, he won 1 championship, but only took part in 28 matches because he was unfortunately too often undermined by injuries. He finally ended his playing career in 1983, after a final spell with the New York Cosmos. Even today, his record remains one of the most successful in the history of football. But to get to this level, their Kaiser always reinvented himself and was at the center of every team he played for. His maturity, leadership temperament, style of play, and technical range have made him unique and indispensable. A thunderous ally in his early days, his coach, Zlatko Tchaikovsky, who admired his intelligence, speed, and positional sense, repositioned him in the center of defense. Franz Beckenbauer then becomes the perfect sweeper, his team's first thrower, the player to whom everything turns. Attracted to striking, he continued his fantastic 1-2 breakthroughs with his sidekick Gerhard Müller to pile up the assists and goals. Former German Chancellor Gerhard Schröder even said that Franz Beckenbauer was undoubtedly a reformer in the field of football. As a result, he scored over 100 goals in his career. He was easy on the ball, always elegant and aerial. He will be remembered as an elusive player who knew how to avoid opposing tackles better than anyone. If his playing career was memorable, his post-career and coaching career was just as rich and exciting. He became coach of the German national team between 1984 and 1986. In 6 years, he took his team to the 1986 World Cup final, losing 3-2 to Maradona's Argentina, then to the semifinals of the 1988 European Cup, this time defeated by Italy, the eventual winners of the tournament. He was finally crowned world champion in 1990, having taken his revenge against Argentina in the final. The German inscribed his name in the pantheon of football, since he is one of the 3 coaches to have won a World Cup after having won it as a player. Unique! Thank you for watching our video. Which other football legend do you rank with the Emperor Beckenbauer? If you liked it, don't hesitate to talk about our channel around you, to like it, to share it. See you soon for a new video. Bye for now.